work session, and 7:00 p.m. prevailing time for the meeting unless otherwise changed as provided by law.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 49 for 2014, resolve that James Carnell is hereby appointed as the Zoning Board of Appeals chairperson for the Town of Thompson Zoning Board of Appeals for the year 2014. Also be reappointed to the Zoning Board of Appeals for a term to expire December 31st, 2018. Appointee shall be required to attend the necessary training to continue the appointment.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolve that, number 50, that Richard McLaren be appointed to the Zoning Board of Appeals with the term to expire 12/31/15. Appointee shall attend all necessary training to be able to serve.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution 51 for the year 2014, resolve that Jose De Jesus and Brian Soler be appointed to the Zoning Board of Appeals as alternate members with a term to expire 12/31/14. Appointees shall attend necessary training as required.
So, second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 52, resolve that the regular meetings of the Conservation Advisory Council be conducted at the Town Hall. Actually, I would like to table this.
Okay, I'll move that we table it.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Table the next one.
Hmm?
Table the next one too.
Number 53 for 2014, move to table.
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 54, same thing.
Yes.
So moved. Table it.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Carried. Number 55 for the year 2014, resolve that the Green Team Task Force Committee is hereby abolished with the town board's thanks and appreciation to those members that served.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Supervisor Reber hereby assigns Councilman Briggs to the town board's liaison to the town. Back up. Supervisor Reber hereby assigns Councilman Briggs, the town board's liaison to the Parks and Recreation Department. He shall meet with the park superintendent and report his findings to the town board. Councilman Briggs shall further be the liaison to the dog control department and report his findings on the above mentioned to the supervisor and the town board. Also take an active role with our youth summer day camp. Supervisor Reber hereby assigns Councilman Pavesi as the town board's liaison to the highway department. He shall meet with the superintendent and employees and report his findings to the town board. He shall also be the town's link to both the Rock Hill and Monticello fire districts, and to inform this board as to any ongoing projects or concerns either department has. Supervisor Reber hereby assigns Councilman Mace as the town board's liaison to the planning and zoning boards and building department. Also the office of the assessor. Shall further schedule meetings with employees and board members to discuss and address their concerns and report his findings to the town board. Supervisor Reber hereby assigns Councilman Sush as the town board's liaison to the water and sewer department. He shall also be the chair of the town's beautification committee. He shall work to establish a 5-year landscape beautification master plan for the town park. Also to continue the town's efforts for the ongoing cleanup and demolition of unsightly and unsafe buildings in the town of Thompson. Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Supervisor Reber hereby establishes a supplemental audit committee comprised of councilpersons Briggs, Mason, Pavesi. They shall review and audit all bills to be paid prior to the town board meeting at which payment of said bills is to be approved. One councilman shall be responsible for auditing on a monthly basis. Responsibility shall rotate equally between the three. The reason I did 3 members of the board is I can't, because I sign as chief fiscal officer, and Richard is a deputy. He's got check signing powers. So we want 3 people who don't have check signing powers to, look at the bills once a month and just be a new set of eyes.
Okay. We used to have this at one time.
We did years ago,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to bring it back because Dave Kaufman had it years ago. I always liked it because you get to see every bill that's paid, and when you see the money go out and you sign a check or sign a voucher, you really have a good handle on what's going on. So if everybody's okay with that, I'd like to implement it. Yeah?
Yes, sure.
That's it for that. Okay. This concludes the organizational agenda. I think we're gonna sail through this pretty quick. Does anybody have an overwhelming desire to sign the oath of office book now before we start the regular agenda? We're just gonna keep going and get it done.
All
now.
those people that were just appointed have to sign.
If
so-
anybody's here who was appointed to a board tonight, stay after the meeting and sign the oath of office, please. If anybody needs to do it now, fine, otherwise we have about another half hour's work and we'll be ready to go. Okay. We're gonna call the official meeting of the board to get to order right now. Please rise for the pledge of the flag. Richard.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call's done, right? Fine. Approval of the minutes of December 19th.
Move we approve.
Second that.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I'll vote aye, I was here. Is there any public comment?
Good evening.
Laura?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm Ilsa Sunshine. I just wanted to bring up, I heard you, when you mentioned all the new projects that are coming up, it's very exciting. I wanted to bring up an issue, about the feral cat population in the area, in town Thompson. It's very overwhelming, and I have a few, resources that I can hand in. I called and I can't do it, you have to do it. So if I could hand these in to you and if you
Take a look at it.
take a
Sure.
look at it. So I have a couple, you wanna give them to Tommy?
Yeah, or bring them up. I'll take a look tomorrow, I'll circulate it to the board. It's nothing we can deal with tonight.
No,
I'd
this is
rather
just,
look at it
this
first
is
then.
Tara, they're the Animal Rights Alliance, and you have to speak to Steve. And Wurtsboro 2 years ago was overwhelmed also with feral cats, and 2 years now they're under control. Fort Jervis, I don't know if you saw the paper this summer, overwhelmed.
Okay.
They're also doing this project. So here's 2 resources. It doesn't cost anything, you just have to submit the paperwork.
Oh, all right. You want to take a look at it? Sure. Okay. All right, Peter will take care of that, and we'll put it on the agenda for the next meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You want to do that, or should I keep notes on the agendas? Well, both those. So that's Tara. Cats. Anybody else? Al or Mike? Okay, I don't have the long glasses on, so I'm having trouble with everybody. Mike Watkins, please.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Congratulations to everybody. I just wanted to throw a brief comment out there and I think it's appropriate being that this is your organizational evening. As some of you may know, I've been developing a property in the town of Thompson. The project is going very well. We've already spent $3 million to date on the project. And it'll be between a $30 and $40 million total build out on that project. What I think the town needs to address pretty quickly is getting some help to your building department. It's a serious problem. Logan is in dire need of some help over there. And as we look to the future towards new projects coming into the town, we don't want to hold up the construction of those projects. And I think if the building department does not get some help pretty quickly, I think what you're gonna find is that some of these projects that are being proposed are gonna head to other towns. Because if they can't get a commitment from the town to get permitted and be able to get in the ground and start construction on these projects, I think this huge opportunity that we now have with the casinos coming will actually have a negative effect on the town. Because if word starts to spread that, you know, if you come to the town of Thompson and you can't you know, get permitted for 6, 8, 10 months, we're gonna lose a really big opportunity. So I would urge the board to please look at that quickly and try to get some help into that department. Congratulations again, and
Thanks for your comments, sir.
Thank you.
All right, anybody else? All right, well, Mike, you know, you have my cell, so if you have a specific issue, it's no problem anybody calling me. Call the town hall, call my cell, and we'll deal with it. And we'll, you know, there's some growing pains, I know, in that department. We had some turnover in employees over the last year, but I think things are gonna come around pretty quick. We'll get a handle on it, so. You know. Any other public comment? If not, I'll move the agenda. Yes, Al?
Very briefly, Mr. Supervisor. First in order, I just wish to congratulate you all gentlemen. And a
Thank you.
strong urging that we do have progress going forward. And I like to think that I'm right behind you 100%. And I want to thank you for all you do and what you attempt to make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, good for now. All right, under correspondence, we have a thank you from Catskill Delaware Publications, which is the Sullivan County Democrat, for continuing and basically asking to be appointed official newspaper of the town, and thank you for the thank you letter. It's always nice to get that. A letter from the County of Sullivan. We received a mortgage, well, not a letter, but a copy of a check, $62,152.77, which is the third quarter mortgage tax payment from the county. Letter from McGoey Hauser and Etzel Consulting Engineers indicating that there's a staffing change. One of their engineers has gone on to newer and better things, or bigger and better things, and they were advising us of that. We got a letter from China. Notice of determination of a positive declaration of determination of significance in regard to the China City matter. And this discusses the scoping session which is gonna come up on January 22nd, Paul?
Yes, January 22nd.
Yeah, January 22nd, there'll be a scoping session here in this room with regard to China City. One note on that, Monticello Fire Department was noted, John Pavesi picked it up as an interested party, and that has to be corrected to all parties to read Rock Hill Fire Department.
Yes, I'll contact the applicants, and let them have that changed, and we'll make sure it's changed online, because we're linked to their website, and also we'll have them change the document that's on file with the town.
Okay. And it's a type 1 declaration, positive declaration, so it's moving. There's a lot to do there. A letter from Jack and Claire Youngs regarding concerns about China City. We're getting a lot of letters in that respect. Another one from Grant and Lyons LLP, a 7-page letter with attachments concerning China City. 9-page letter from Toby L. Boortz regarding the town of Thompson Heights project density calculations. And a letter from Richard Benjamin acknowledging the appointment of Deputy Highway Superintendent Dave Wells. Did I miss anything here? Okay, first agenda item is discussion on a proposed local law on accessory buildings. This local law and the one on amnesty, I think we need a work session on somehow or another.
I do as well.
So I don't know what you want, if you want to schedule one, or everybody pay attention to it, maybe by email, we could circulate a lot of ideas and comments on the law and try to get something narrowed down to where it's either likable or we'll just can the idea and move on.
We have a lot of markups on the amnesty one, which we can send to everybody, so.
Okay.
We'll take care of that one.
All right. So what I think we
Okay.
should do is just table, just keep moving it forward on the agenda for the next couple,
Okay.
1 or 2 times until we arrive at something we're all happy with.
It's getting there.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah, there were a few questions that I had in this, so, yeah, that's a good way to do it.
And no sense taking a lot of time now for it.
Right.
Questions right now.
I will, I haven't, but I
We've
will.
been working on it.
We need a motion to table on it.
I'll make that motion, yes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item number 2, action, establish date for public hearing, proposed local law on process servers. You ready to go there?
Yeah, the local law you should have, it's basically to authorize, so the town board can authorize us to be used independent process server as resolved and named by the town board. We have to serve, hearings tickets for code violations.
Yep. Okay, so we can do the, how much time do you need to get the local law published? Want to do it in February, or?
Probably, probably the first meeting in February would be fine.
Yeah, so that would be fine.
So
And
when's
get
that
published
gonna
in
be?
time.
Who's gonna
That
count?
would be the 4th.
Fourth, I was gonna say.
All right, somebody make a motion.
I'll move that.
Second.
February 4th, 7:30, local law number, oh, it'll be what it is, process servers. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, item number 3, establish date for public hearing for proposed local law workplace violence prevention policy. That's in front of us. I looked at it, I don't see any problems with it, and
We have a few comments on it.
require changes, or?
I
Oh, throw it
think
out.
so, definitely discussions. Two things, one was training, talking about being on an annual basis, we definitely have to do new hires as well. Somebody's hired in the middle, that should be part of their training before they get started.
Okay.
It says annual or basis, so I don't know exactly what that was meant by that.
Where are you, what section?
That would be on page 3, under D, under
Oh,
training. Just says annual at the top.
So, yeah, on an annual or basis. I think there's a word missing.
And,
Right.
and as, should be as needed,
But if we should do it as a new hires also,
as needed.
every new hire,
Well,
yeah.
we have words as needed then.
Okay.
As needed.
Where is it?
Right on the top.
Or as needed basis.
Some of the definitions they talked about, I know it's not all inclusive, but I would definitely think we should put gender in there. We missed gender on that under race, age, color, religion.
What section?
That's
2
I.
under I,
Two
2I under E.
Definition
got-
of workplace violence, 2I.
Got everything else under the gender.
So- Good, Mike?
Making harassing, threatening phone calls, sending letters in electronic form. I assume regular form's okay. To add to that.
Where's that?
You can send
You
regular
gotta
letters.
give us a section.
Right above it, sorry, I apologize.
Okay.
F2F, right above it. Just says sending letters in electronic form.
Making harassing or threatening phone calls or sending such letters. How about such communications in electronic form, which would cover emails, texting?
Well, it's,
Plus regular mail.
Hmm?
Plus regular mail.
Oh, plus regular mail.
Right,
Snail mail.
yeah. And last one, which I think is biggest, is, under C2, talks about managers and supervisors. Who exactly is gonna be a manager supervisor, because we really don't have those terms for people.
C2 or E2?
C2.
C, responsibilities. To managers and supervisors, okay.
Are responsible for assessing the situation, making judgment on appropriate response. I don't know if that's something, I think those things should all come to human resources. So it talks farther down about notifying the department head. They should go to the department head, go to human resources and come to us. We should get all those. Any sort of violent act should definitely come to us.
From any department, yeah, absolutely.
Because they're saying they want to make judgments on appropriate response by a manager or supervisor making those judgments.
Michael, you
see what I'm
wanna-
saying?
Yeah, could you weigh in on this?
We gotta set up an HR department, 'cause we really, I mean.
Or an HR person?
Person, which I assume would be Gary, but
It is for now.
for our purposes,
Yeah.
it would be Gary, so. Short of that, we do have we do have, there is a hierarchy in most of the departments.
There's foremen, right?
You know, there's foremen, there's supervisors, there's department heads. So there are hierarchies that they should go up to, and ultimately it should lead to the HR,
That's what I'm saying.
whoever's our HR person.
You wanna tweak that yet?
Yeah, I could add that, I could tweak that.
And somehow
I'll
it's gotta
talk to
come
him
through the
first.
hierarchy to the town board. And as a-
Definitely should
That's
come
where the
over
buck's
that.
gonna stop, and that's where the liability is if there's a problem.
Right,
No?
that's what I'm saying, I think it should come all the way up.
Well, ultimately, the town board has to authorize corrective action or any kind of action for an employee.
That's what I'm saying, is this just says that the manager and supervisors will make judgments on the appropriate response. You shouldn't stay there.
We'll tweak that.
Okay.
I think that was it though, thanks.
Okay, do we wanna do this one on February 4th too? Is that, you have time to?
Let me get a new version.
Yeah, let's get a new
That's an
version.
important, that might be an important change, so let's get a new version, put it on for the next board meeting.
Yep.
I'll get a new version, we'll circulate it amongst you guys before the meeting, and if there's any additional changes, we'll make those, and if not, then we can set a public meeting, we can set a public hearing down at the next board meeting.
Okay, so the table for the next meeting's the 21st?
Yes.
It's agenda, okay. Motion to table?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item number 4, discussion, Saco Lake LP zone change request from RR to SR. There was a discussion about establishing a local law there. I would just look for a motion to table that indefinitely.
Sorry, where are you?
It's item number 4.
Number 4.
There was a zone change request
Okay,
from an
yes.
RR to an increased density
Yes.
SR zone,
Sorry, yes.
which was, floating
Okay.
around. I just figured we'd just put that to bed right now, so. Motion to table indefinitely.
I'll make that motion, yes.
Scott, John Scott, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Action, tax certiorari settlement, Manuel L. Hirschman, section block and lot 41B, 1.1. That's a settlement to reduce the assessed value from 425 to 400, right, Michael?
Yes.
For how many years?
Well, once the settlement goes into effect, it's 3 years, you can't go back to 3 years.
Okay.
On the survey.
Motion?
One of the words last act.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I'm out of order in here. Okay. Action, renew Town of Bethel contract dog shelter services for 2014.
I'll move that.
Well, right now, I was just gonna give a little.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
Okay, we have a contract with 3 different facilities now, the town of Bethel, Catskill Critter, Catskill Mountain Critter, as well as Fair Oaks. The idea is if one facility doesn't have the room, hopefully others will. And actually, Ag and Markets thinks it's a very good idea. So we've already approved contracts for the other 2, so we now just have to go forth with Bethel. So I'll move that we authorize the supervisor to enter into this 1-year contract with the town of Bethel.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Appointment, town assessor. We, ready to do that? Do we need to?
Yeah, I think we're ready, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll introduce a motion that we appoint Van Krizwicki as town of Thompson assessor for the statutory term.
I'll second that.
It's a 6-year term?
6-year
From
term.
now.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Discussion, proposed local law interim permit amnesty program, building department. That's the other one we're gonna table and work together on. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, motion to table?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Highway Department designate seasonal maintenance roads. Rich, you have a list here. I could, might as well just read it. Gravel section of Barnes Road, these are seasonal maintenance, so they don't plow them. Gartner Road, Concord Road from Rock Ridge Drive to County Route 109, Kiamisha Lake Road. Gravel section of the Town Park. Gravel section of Big Woods Road, gravel section of Old Sackett Road, Greenwald Road, Buchanan Road, and gravel section of Tucci Road. They're, pursuant to section 205 of the highway law, Richard requests the town board designate the following roads seasonal limited use highways for the period 12/1/2013 to April 1, 2014. So I guess we need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Highway Department Planned Road Improvement Program for 2014, and Richard has presented that.
That was just to be attached to the reorganizational.
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
But it wasn't, okay, well,
that's,
it's just
that's for that,
FYI
that was for
anyway.
that, yeah.
Do we have any bills over $1,250? No? Okay. Budget transfers? No? Order bills paid? Somebody?
Yeah, I'll move that
Somebody
they-
order bills paid? Pay the man?
Sharon wasn't here. She's sitting out there now.
Sharon, make a motion, will you, damn it?
As long as they're properly audited, and I know they are,
And they will be.
then I will move them.
Okay.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Carry.
All right, I have one item that came to me late. It's really pretty simple. The Rock Hill Fire Department has an issue with its, the IRS is looking for the district to file tax returns because there was a mix-up in the ID numbers because the district's number and the Rock Hill, the volunteer company department's number was reversed. So the IRS thinks that the Rock Hill Fire District is no longer a municipality, which it is. You know, so, what the accountants, I guess the accountants for the district feel that if we could develop get a resolution of the town board, that, you know, to whom it may concern, that the Rock Hill Fire District is a municipality under the auspices of the town of Thompson, which in fact it is under state town law, right? That might shut them up and actually get somebody to stop saying, where's the tax return? So, I'm kinda looking for a motion from the board to ratify and confirm that the Rock Hill Fire District is in fact a municipal agency under the auspices of the town of Thompson, and ask the town attorney if he could write a letter and attach that resolution so we can get it to the IRS and hopefully cure the problem. That's as clear and succinct as I can make it, so.
That's the motion.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And we'll just tell the auditors to call Michael from now on. All right, any old business to come up?
Yeah, we have some old business right now.
Yes, the, standard workday resolution.
The work resolution.
Oh, yes.
And if you wanna act on that,
I did that other resolution also.
Did everybody get a copy of that?
It's a
Has he-
holiday. Yeah, you have both of them.
We just had some corrections from the state. The state asked us to add specific time to actually deviate the specific time frames. We usually use the general time frame for the maximum amount of hours per month. That's why we used the 20. That's how, at least in Association of Towns, I was taught to do it originally. They wanted us to actually use the actual, configure the actual time.
So the actual time frame is gonna be
Based
changed?
on your the reporters, people who have to maintain records of their activities, we have to maintain the actual time. Going back to the last time we did it, because you could certify that nothing's changed since the last one.
All right, so where's the resolution? Do we have it written up?
Yes, it should be right in that packet of information.
Is it attached to this one?
This is it. This is the actual resolution that begins here. It's just sideways. It says resolve that, and then this is the
Oh.
time. Actually, wait, that's not the one that's completed. This is the one that's completed, sorry. This one right here. And it's got all the names in it, and the time that is recorded.
Okay. This is to satisfy New York State Pension Department requirements. Elected, actually, they're all pretty, elected or appointed officials that are not on the clock, that don't show up and clock in and keep track of their time, are required to keep a journal of their time record of activities and their actual work in their job, which gets sent on to the New York State retirement system to determine whether, you know, what
Calculated
level of retirement they
right,
get
for pension.
calculated every year. So, the resolve that the town of Thompson, location code 30283, hereby establishes the following as standard work days for elected and appointed officials, and will report the following days work to the New York State and local employees' retirement system based on the timekeeping system records or the record of activities maintained and submitted by these officials to the clerk of this body. And it lists Marilee Calhoun, Dory Hebner, Richard Benjamin, Perry Meltzer, Michael Mednick, Paula Kay, Nancy Marinchak, and I guess I have to be on there too, right?
Well, this resolution that you're adopting now,
This-
it's re-adopting the one that was initially approved back in July because of the, error in calculating the days and, the amount of time per day.
Yeah, this is a
for the
correction.
month.
We approved this back in July. We had to recalculate the days for the state comptroller's
And
purposes.
the board
so it's just an
the state
amendment.
requires that the board re-adopt the resolution.
Okay,
And
so
place
now,
the
when
one
do
that
we
was
do it for
initially
this
adopted.
We'll
calendar?
do it again, we'll do it in July again.
July again.
Okay, so this is July calendar.
Yeah, you have 3 months to keep your record of activities between January and June, and then July we adopt the resolution.
That's the information.
Does
that's
my
on
name and John's name have to be on this resolution?
We'll go on to the next, it could be on, well, you're re-adopting, the previous resolution that was previously passed by the previous board.
Well,
That was for us last
That was for last year.
Correct.
Last,
I know, but this goes till July, and I'm here in July, and so is John. So,
No, we didn't do July's yet. The upcoming 2014 will be done in July. That resolution
You have to
will-
keep track
you-
now.
you will-
back,
Yes.
back to January 1st?
Back to January 1st, yes.
Okay. All right, so I guess we need a motion to re-adopt the resolution this board adopted in July.
I'll move that.
Keep the boys in Albany happy.
Right.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Do we want to do the other resolution?
That's it.
Okay, there's another did everybody get a chance to read the other resolution about credit for holiday time?
Just got it, really.
You want to do it next, in 2 weeks, in case there's a question?
I'd like to.
Do we need to do it tonight? Okay. So that's next agenda. Okay, takes care of that. Any other old business? Any new business?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I have a project for all the new planning board and zoning board members. January 15th at Bernie's, there's a conference on how to handle on SECRA, the State Environmental Quality Review. It's right here at Bernie's. It's free. They give you dinner. You have to contact Michelle Resnick to sign up for it by the 10th. It's definitely a good way to get your feet wet and learn something about SECRA. And you can see me afterwards, and I'll give you copies of these. Okay.
That's good.
Really, in the old business, I would also suggest, if you're going to coordinate, or someone should coordinate, anybody who wants to go to Association of Towns, if you're gonna have that, probably should get coordinated, because someone has to make the reservations with the association, because that's in the middle of February.
All right, so we
Usually Heather, I think
if you
usually
get
Heather
anybody
usually
that wants to
handles
go, or we decide to do, we could set it up for a resolution at the next agenda.
Yes.
Okay,
Did you get that information I sent you?
I did.
Okay.
Just one other thing, I guess you can call it new business. You may recall that there was some people filming in that old house on the corner of Annawanna Lake Road and Fraser Road.
Yeah.
And they sent me I guess they contacted Tony, and then Tony referred them to me. They sent me a little clip of the film. It's pretty nice. I don't get it, but it's pretty nice. But anyway, so now somebody else wants an associate of theirs wants to film up here too. And I spoke with the woman, Lauren Grant, I think, if I remember right. I better look it up. I'm gonna meet with her tomorrow. I copied from the town code our law regarding filming and permits and fees and so on. I don't know the dollar amount of the fee. I'll find that out before I meet with her. And we'll see what she's looking for, and then I'll have her come and meet you.
Cool.
And maybe somebody else will do a film here, and it brings people to the area for several days. They eat around here, and who knows what that could lead to later on. And good thing to try.
Nice.
I think that film's actually premiering last week at the Sundance.
I believe so. I saw something on Facebook.
Put us back on the map, man. Last film I remember was on Katrina Falls Road. That was 40 years ago. Ask me after the meeting. I had to say something dumb. Any other new or old business?
I have a question. We just got
Sure.
a woman from Hidden Ridge. I just got this tonight. We all did tonight.
Yeah.
Is writing a letter about the sewer company that Kutcher owns or owned
this is in connection with the Kutcher's and Varia lifestyle thing.
Right.
Kutcher's actually developed Hidden Ridge years ago. And part of the deal was they have to maintain sewer and water for that
Mhm.
development. And their concern, I read it briefly, but it appears their concern is they want to be assured of the ongoing right for them to have their sewer and water services
Right.
provided. Is it,
Private road sewer, we did, they did form a transportation corporation to transfer it to the new entity, but they're still gonna continue to run it, they have to run it, because it runs for it's gonna run for their hotel.
Right.
is there any
So-
issues here that you think the homeowners have to be concerned about?
I
or-
don't think so, I think it's gonna continue to run, right, Bill? I mean, it's.
Yeah, that was what the whole purpose of
Right,
the.
that's why they did that, and
Right.
if there is an issue, that's why the Transportation Corporation put their stock in escrow with us.
The applicant's already seen the letter, we transmitted it, and they're going to actually reach out to Hidden Ridge directly
Okay.
before the public hearing, which
Good.
is tomorrow night.
Hidden Ridge also gets their water from Kutcher's too, so they're very concerned, the residents, because it's all the same water system and sewer system.
So our planning board's on top, do we have any force there? Or-
Sure.
I guess we do, yeah, we approved it in the first place, yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, so we're on top of it. Should
Yeah,
we
that's
respond to them, you think, or?
We sent it to our planning attorney, is certainly aware of it, has made the applicants aware of it, and it'll be addressed in one way or form where they're going to make certain, promises or assurances that they will maintain that.
Okay. All right, anybody else? Motion to adjourn.
I'll move that.
End of the first meeting. All those in favor? Good evening, everybody, and thank you all for coming and sitting through.